Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tag video all about makeup shopping. This tag was created by Chic Geek here on YouTube, and I'm going to go ahead and link her video down below. Her video came to my attention because Layla B also did the tag, and I'm going to link her video as well. Both ladies are just so lovely to watch, so please go and give them some support and check out their videos. So, let's do this. The first question is, where do you shop for makeup? Where don't I shop for makeup? Sephora would probably be the biggest one for me. I do enjoy browsing their new arrivals section as well as their sales section. In person, I will go to Sephora, but it's on the opposite end of town for me, so I don't tend to get up there very often. But in person, Shoppers Drug Mart, Walmart, and Winners and Marshalls are ones that I will go to. And then also some of the online indie brand sites I enjoy as well as every now and then I'll poke around like Beauty Bay just to see what they have. I don't do a lot of shopping from them per se in terms of actual purchases, but I do enjoy sort of going through their list of brands and seeing what is available and basically window shopping. The next question is, what is your budget, high-end or drugstore prices? And I would say that I'm sort of in a mix between the two. I am trying to be a lot more conscientious of what I spend. If you watched my most recent March makeup haul video, that might not support that statement. But I won't discount higher end products. Like, I won't just stick to drugstore. I will spend more money on higher end items. However, there comes a certain limit for me, and it's not that it's a rule, it's just certain prices kind of make me choke a little bit. I've noticed recently on Sephora, Tom Ford has released some new lip products, and they are $70 each. That's a bitter pill to swallow. I'm just not sure that I can justify in fact I can't justify $70 for a lipstick. For a while there, I was becoming what I would consider to be a bit of a makeup snob in that I wasn't even really looking at drugstore things, but now the drugstore has really upped their game, and frankly a lot of the drugstore brands have really upped their prices, and they're getting towards sort of the low-end Sephora price range. So I think there's a lot of good quality products to be found at the drugstore. Okay, third question, do you shop more online or in-store? And I would definitely say that I shop more online. Particularly with Sephora, I prefer shopping online because the Sephora that we have in my city is not all that large, and so it really does not carry a lot of the brands that the stores that are 45 minutes to an hour and a half away carry, and I barely have enough time as it is to get out to the mall here in town. I don't really have time to make like a whole day of it to go and find certain brands that we don't have here. So I prefer to poke around online. Question 4 is, do you go makeup shopping with other people? Only very specific people. I don't really like doing any shopping with anybody else, to be honest, even grocery shopping. I enjoy the experience of wandering around and looking at different things, comparing prices, it's sort of me time, if you will, and so I don't like to feel like I'm holding somebody else up. And, you know, Barry is phenomenal, and he understands that I really love all of this, and he gets that, but even though he doesn't rush me along, like if we're at Sephora, I still feel that pressure to like get in, get out, so that I'm not tying up his day or like hijacking him. But there are two people that I feel totally comfortable going shopping with. One is my best friend, Erin. She and I share the same passion for makeup. We can literally spend like 2 hours in Sephora and not get bored. We just kind of wander around, we'll go our separate ways, meet back up, talk about things, swatch on each other. Like it's a fun girls outing. And then the other person is Aspen. She loves makeup shopping as well, and she is a fantastic little shopper overall. Like, she loves going to the mall, she loves trying on shoes, she loves looking at clothes, she's not even really like what I'd consider a fashion horse. Like, she doesn't play dress up, she doesn't do that kind of thing, but she loves all of the color of it, I think is what it is. So I can take her to Shoppers Drug Mart or Sephora and she is happy as a clam, just swatching things and looking at different colors and putting colors beside each other, and she never complains. She doesn't get bored. Half the time I'm the one who ends up having to be like, okay, let's go, let's go. But she just loves it. And oddly enough, she loves swatching like concealers and foundations, which is just really weird to me, but she loves swatching those kind of things. But like when I take her to Sephora, because at Shoppers Drug Mart they don't really have testers, but when I take her to Sephora, she is in heaven, especially in like the Makeup Forever section where they have all of their single eyeshadows out and available. She loves it. So she's only 6, but she's a fantastic little makeup shopper. She's a great little buddy to have. Number 5, how do you talk yourself out of a purchase? When I talk myself out of a purchase, I'll let you know. No, that's not true. I'm getting better at it. I really am. I was very impulsive for the last like 3 years. But I really just kind of look at like, what is the price of it? What other things do I have to pay for that month? Daycare, camps, activities, whatever. And sort of weigh it in terms of priorities there. And now that I'm becoming, like I've done a lot of decluttering in my house in general, but also in my makeup collection. So now I'm a lot more aware of what I have, what I really enjoy using. And so while my focus a few years ago was just amassing things and just gaining as big a collection as I could have, now I'm really more into refinement and really looking at the products that I really do enjoy using. But like if it's not filling a void that I have in my collection, then I really have to think about it. And certain items are easier to say no to than others. Like foundations, I'm finding easier to say no to right now. Although there are some that I'd like to try, I have so many that are just sitting there waiting for me to finish up all these damn samples that I have that I don't want to bring in anymore. Eyeshadow palettes are still my weakness. Those are definitely the hardest thing for me to say no to. Lipsticks, oddly enough, used to be like as soon as I saw it, I had to have it. And now I'm able to sort of take a step back and really assess. So I'm not always successful with it. Certainly there are times where I hit the like fuck it stage where I'm just kind of like, well, fuck it. Shit's expensive anyways, I may as well buy it. Which makes no logical sense whatsoever, but I think we can all kind of relate to that to some degree. So it's a work in progress, and this is why I've never committed to like a full-on like year-long no-buy or anything like that, because it's not going to happen. I know it's not. I'm trying to do a low buy for April. It's currently April 4th. We'll see how that goes. Number 6 is, what is your favorite makeup product to buy? And I think I just answered that. Basically anything to do with eyeshadow. So single shadows, palettes. I just love me some eyeshadows. Lipsticks are also very tempting, but like I said, I am getting better at saying no to them because I have so many. But eyeshadows really do suck me in. Number 7, what brand are you loyal to? I don't know. There are certainly brands that I find to be fairly consistent. So Colourpop, Juvia's Place, who else? MAC, ABH as well, I find to be very consistent. But I don't think that I'm like loyal to the point of overlooking when they release dud items. So every brand has its hits and misses, so there's nothing that I am like, I guess, a stand for where if you say anything bad about them, I will come for you. Like, there's nothing like that. So there's certain brands that I really do like and that I recommend, but I'm going to call a product for what it is, and regardless of if it's like one of my favorite brands, if the product disappoints, then the product disappoints. So I don't know if I answered that question, but I'm going to move along anyways. Number 8, what other things do you spend fun money on? What do I spend fun money on? Sometimes stuff for the house, although now that the vast majority of my decluttering is done, I haven't really been buying anything for the house. I'm not huge into clothing. My husband would disagree with that, but I'm really not. Mainly because it's hard to find stuff that fits and looks good on me, to be honest, but I don't know. For a while there, it was a lot of like jewelry. Not like the super expensive stuff, but like $7 earrings here and there, but it all adds up over time. Every now and then when Barry and I do get a chance to like escape, there's a casino 5 minutes down the road, so we'll go there and play slots for a bit, but we always manage to like set a limit for ourselves and stick within it. Like we don't, it's not a chronic thing for us, it's just a fun little escape. But that's kind of it, really. Yeah, that's kind of it. Like I don't, more so for the kids, like I spend more stuff on them than I do on myself. But that's, I don't know. Again, I don't know that I'm answering these questions in any sort of like real way, but that's my life. Number 9, who influenced you to buy the most makeup? Anybody ever on YouTube, basically. I don't know. Right now, there's not a lot of people. Like, I do like watching new release videos, and I like watching first impressions and reviews, but I don't always feel like super compelled to go out and buy what the person's talking about. A few years ago, absolutely. When I was watching like bigger influencers who were always talking about like, you guys need this, you need this in your life, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yes, yes, I do. So I guess bigger YouTubers back in the day, but now it's, if a friend really recommends something, or like favorite YouTubers slash Instagrammers, but for the most part at this point, because I've become so familiar with what it is that I like in makeup and what formulas I like and what, you know, level of coverage of foundation works best for me, things like that, I think it's mainly me driving the bus on that. It's not really that other people are swaying me. It's, I see a new release on, say, Instagram, and I can usually tell if it's something that I think would work within my preferences. So, me, I guess? I don't, is that a valid answer? Anyways, number 10, what was your last purchase? What was my last purchase? I did a makeup haul for March, and there were a couple of things that I forgot to mention in there, although that video was lengthy as it was. They hadn't arrived yet, and so out of sight, out of mind. Some of it was from Colourpop. That's what I have on my eyes today, is their Sweet Talk palette. My blush today is one of their spring blushes. This is Count Me In. I think that's, did I get anything else from them? I got one of their blotted lips, and then I got a lipstick, but it's upstairs. Finally, as well, from Colourpop, I got one of the Villains highlighters. This is from the Cruella mini sub collection, I guess. It's in the shade You Idiots, You Fools, You Imbeciles, which I just think is hilarious. So there it is in the pan there. And then as well, I did receive another order from Shoppers Drug Mart that I also got with points and all of that. And in there was one of the new Stila palettes. This is the After Hours palette, and there are the shades in that palette. Yeah, so those are my most recent purchases. All right, those are the questions. I hope that I have answered them. I'm not convinced that I have. But I tag anybody who's interested in doing this tag, because it is kind of fun and it is different. So hats off to Chic Geek for coming up with a new tag, something fresh and different. That was also a lot of fun to talk about. So if you do this video, if you make this video, let me know down in the comments and I'd be happy to check it out, because I love tags. I love hearing everybody else's different answers to the questions and all of that. So with all that said, I'm going to wrap this video up. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I will see you in my next one. Until then, just be a decent human being. Bye for now. Why am I out of breath? I'm literally just sitting still. Why am I out of breath? If it's something that doesn't fill a hole, sorry, I'm a 12-year-old at heart, I really am.